delicious. What is in here? Beer mosa, yay or nay?
What's a beer mosa?
Take your favorite.
It's a mimosa with
beer.
beer.
Maybe we should have an episode where we just do beer mosas.
Beer mosas?
Beer mosas.
That'd be kind of cool. That'd be fire. Did y'all think DJ Khaled was gonna win a Grammy?
Did he really have a chance?
Did he really have a chance to win a Grammy?
Who was he going against?
Jack.
Kendrick.
Oh, then now. No.
So,
You know what?
It's delicious, man.
This one tastes like putting your tongue on a 9-volt battery.
Thanks for checking out another episode of the Open Bar Show. I'm your host, Gino. We got Ricardo here. And we got Manny in the back behind the cameras.
Hey, Manny.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Manny, of course.
Riz God.
Yeah.
And today we got two talented MCs. They go by Smeezy and Q. Together, they form MC².
I confess you're always on my mind. How about we link up and catch up? It's been way too long since we got high. Roll up the cut, roll up the cut.
Elevated EP, which is like a smoke project.
yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But every song
that
is
drops
Good
420.
for 420. Okay,
Wow,
I'm about to
yeah.
say
Exactly,
good for
yeah,
420.
yeah.
That drops
perfect. I was
on
just about to say
420.
I confess you're always on my mind.
Thank y'all for coming on the show, man.
Appreciate
Thanks,
you.
man.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Very excited to have y'all here. Very excited to have y'all drink some beers because I know y'all like beer.
All right, so let's get into the beers. All right, so this is what we got for y'all. We got 4 beers that consist of a German Kosher Hazy IPA, a Maybach style, and a double berry sour ale.
Wow.
Tough.
I know. Do y'all see anyone like interesting? Y'all just
I
like
told you that double berry.
a double berry, yeah.
That's gonna be the last one. So of course that's the
I'm here for
strongest.
this aqua brew.
Aqua brew, yeah. That's the first one. That's there.
Let's get this
It's
going because
just a
I've had
dope's
this
title.
on my lap for 5 minutes and I'm thirsty, dog.
You look a little parched.
Round 1. It's a San Marcos
Shout out to
Blonde.
Manny.
San Marcos Blonde. It's a 5.2% German Kosher-Texan style, and it's brewed out in San Marcos Aqua Brew Brewery.
Yeah,
All right.
that one's pretty good.
So while y'all pour, I'm gonna read you this story that's in this can, man. This is legit. They just want to promote the San Marcos white girls. It says Madison. This chick on the can is called Madison. She has a unique dual personality problem. Every time her feet touch the San Marcos River, she turns into a freshwater mermaid. Half of the time, she becomes a carefree, river-loving Beatles fan siren known as Flower Girl. The other half, she turns into a wild. Oh my God, this is too much.
Wait, so she when her feet touches what?
she's
The
just
San Marcos River.
yeah. She's just
Okay. And she just turns into a mermaid.
And it says the water's fresh.
She's a
man, she's over here.
She's just high.
She's just a-
she's high.
That's what I was about to say.
She's
She's
a
over here smoking that seaweed.
hipster.
And you see the seaweed
San
on the-
Marcos
on
white
the
girl.
can.
You know, her showers consist of just jumping on the ocean. She's dirty, but maybe the beer
The
is
dirty
good.
feet.
All right,
Let's get it.
I want y'all to try this first.
This is the byproduct of her feet.
This is mermaid piss right here that we're drinking.
Mermaid.
Okay. All right.
So,
Yeah, this ain't bad.
Ger-
But then this is a 5.2. They were starting off strong. I'm not gonna lie.
Not bad.
this is strong. This is weak.
I tried
So-
that.
For 5.2, we usually start off like 4, like in the 4%.
So this one was hard to find exactly what kind of beer it is. It describes a German Kolsch Texan style. So of course a German Kolsch is like its own beer, very traditional German, just regular beer. So when I saw this, I just imagined it would taste like a Shiner,
Yeah.
and I feel like it does have some similarities to it.
It tastes good. It's smooth.
Not too bitter.
Yeah, it's not too bitter.
The aftertaste is great.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get into the topic. So round 1, I want to talk about is skits. Skits on hip hop albums or just albums in general. But like, do y'all enjoy listening to an album that has them?
Yes.
Or after the first time hearing them, do you just skip it like afterwards?
I love it. It was the T.I. album, and I think it was Mike Epps. I forget which album it was on T.I., but Mike Epps was like, yo, her head looked like the back of a dirty tennis ball. And I was like, yo, that shit was hilarious. What, do you remember this song, yo? Kanye, the king of skits, man. Man.
The college dropout.
College dropouts, those were great.
This grave shit.
I will
It's
say,
like a
like,
slave shit.
That's not Bernie Mac, right? That's not Bernie Mac, is it?
It was.
It sounds like
that
Bernie
wasn't.
It was Mike
It wasn't
Epps.
Mike Epps.
It was.
No,
It was.
it wasn't Mike
It was
Epps.
the bro from Chicago.
Dang, what is his name?
D-Ray.
D-Ray
Oh,
Davis.
that's right.
Davis.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was impersonating
D-Ray.
Bernie. Yeah, he was impersonating Bernie.
That's
The
funny.
late registration, I'm literally not a fan of those skips.
Really?
Late registration?
The late registration skips, they're all doing the chants like
The Broke Five Broke?
yeah, bro.
I love those.
Those were great, man.
To me, I'm just like I don't care. Like I love the album, so I just want to hear the music. Like
This was founded years ago.
I don't know. I feel like
that's me. That could be my hot take.
obviously hits
But it's almost like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
almost like a story.
Yeah,
a story
exactly.
inside the
it
story.
hits different when you relate, when you connect.
Yeah.
I think the greatest album to really do it, again, we talking about Kendrick, To Pimp a Butterfly, man.
Okay.
Because as Kendrick
Right.
goes through that album, most people still don't know that he weaved an entire conversation with Tupac through that album.
yeah.
Okay, yeah,
And
that
it was
was pretty
like,
fire.
yo, that
I mean,
And
was
it was
phenomenal.
Good
building
Kid, Mad
up.
City,
Right?
Yeah.
Good Kid, Mad City
the
had its own.
prayer with the
But see, that's what
the
we're
ball
trying
and
to get.
everything.
That's what we're trying to get into. Like, I feel like they're a big part of hip hop to just throw a few skits in there.
Yeah.
You know, I guess they do. They can contribute a lot to a project if maybe it has like a storyline. But there are certain albums where you're just trying to hear some bangers.
Yeah.
And then you gotta hear this long skit like in the middle of it. That sometimes they don't really be helping out anything.
It has
Yeah,
to be
if it's
done well.
random,
Yeah.
it's like, what is it there for?
It takes
yeah,
good
there are a
execution.
few like random. Like for me,
Mixtape Messiah.
Logic.
Oh, Logic. I thought you were gonna
I
say Mixtape
don't
Messiah.
like all his skits are like literally all his albums. I don't care for.
Really?
He has the Talia skits. I don't care for.
The Incredible True Story.
Was
I don't
created
Yeah,
care
there
for
was
the-
some in
Fire.
there that were
Listening
like,
to-
why is that in there?
They're
But
just too long
Midnight
sometimes. where-
Marauders and
I agree a little
Quentin
bit
Tarantino
with him because
movies.
I was listening to y'all's, again, the space tape, and what's her name, Maya or
Maya.
Uh,
Is a robot.
It reminded me.
Yeah.
It reminded me a lot of like on Logic.
Yeah.
But y'all executed better than Logic. Logic. Sorry, Manny. I don't know.
Well, wait,
it
I
just,
love that album, but
Yeah,
Oh, the
no,
album
it's
was
not-
great.
I like the album too. It just
I
sometimes
don't
like
think
those
I wouldn't
skits.
go back to those. I don't
Yeah,
think
like
I
I'm not
would.
gonna hear those skits over again. So I'm like, once they come on, I'm like, I'm just gonna skip.
Which
Yeah.
and which album specifically? Because like I go back to like Under Pressure, which is like my favorite Logic album.
Right.
And like I feel like he did very well with the skits and like the added material,
The flow.
But then like the other ones later,
Yeah,
he
because
kinda-
like the Everybody album where he had Neil deGrasse Tyson on it,
Yeah.
I didn't care for that skits. His
Yeah.
skits on Vinyl Days that dropped last year, I don't care for those skits. There's way too many, and they're just voicemails, and I just
Yeah.
don't care.
Yeah.
Like you're just showing, you're kind of like showing
Even
off.
like
Like, look
the-
at my friend. Like, look at my voicemails. Like,
kind of.
yeah.
I was just about to say that too. Like after Under Pressure, it was like, hey, I'm Logic.
yeah,
Look what I
listen
can
to
do.
this shit.
I know.
yeah. So like,
I'm biracial.
you know,
I know.
And you have to be careful
It was
with
good
skits because
balance,
like you said, they can run kind of long, so people don't want to listen to them. So when it came to making Space Tape, making those skits as a consumer, feeling the same way as you, like
Facts.
you write them so that they're not that long.
Yeah.
You know, because I wouldn't want to listen to it that long. You know. So,
Yeah.
but to answer your question, like
So y'all
I'd
get
listen to it. If I want to listen to the album all the way through, you know, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just go right to the next song because I already know what's.
yeah, same. There are some good skits where like, yeah, if the album is like kind of like a, you know, I don't know, like a storytelling type album, like sure, I would want to like listen to it. Like Pink Floyd, like The Wall, like they have like some pretty cool
Yeah.
skits that kind of like
Yeah.
ties things together.
Yeah.
You
But
know.
the good thing about Space Tape is if you take those skits out, it's a great album still.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Still.
I think
No, it
we've
is.
gotten to a point too, to where it's like we're trying to make it to where people can just skip the skit.
Yeah, that's why they're at the end.
You know, so we try to put it, just like so you can just hit a button and then you're already.
See,
at the
that's
next
a
song.
good way to
So-
put it. Putting it within the same track because you get to the end and then you can skip it or jump to the next song. And then a lot of these artists are putting it as a track,
a single track,
like
yeah.
as a filler. You know, they
Exactly.
drop an album with 12 tracks and
Exactly.
and 4 of them were skits. I'm like, come on,
yeah.
Have y'all listened to Jaden Smith's Sire?
Yes.
No. Okay.
Yes.
Well, yeah, exactly. The beginning of the project starts with Blue, so every song has its own skit. But oh my god, I mean, it just
It's a lot.
so beautiful. I mean, it's just like it's almost orchestrated, like the way it sounds to me. In my
It has to be
my ears.
executed well. 100%.
Yeah,
When
as
it's
long as it's
executed,
executed
dude,
well.
Exactly.
Lupe
No.
Fiasco had skits for Tetsuo Youth where there were instrumentals, tying it like
for the
together.
seasons,
So for
right?
like the seasons,
he
yes.
gets that aspect from, he borrows that from like Common and like Jay
Jay
Dilla.
Dilla, yeah.
Because in the middle of like one of Common's, like a few of Common's albums, we can talk about B,
Like
we can
Water
talk
for
about Can I
Chocolate.
Borrow $1, like Water for Chocolate. Yeah, it's like cats like Robert Glasper and like just Dilla or like just whomever, Kareem Riggins, and they just go into a full instrumental break that's just crazy.
And we've been inspired from that. We've done that on one of our mixtapes. Yeah, right? It was just a beat from Dilla that would
I want
just
to go
play.
back and listen to Sire now because
Sire's fire.
oh my god.
If you haven't listened to Sire, listen to it.
Yeah, I do
I mean,
think
just
like
listen to the beginning of it.
instrumental skits, they do work, if, if the instrumental is just sounding good,
Tasteful.
crazy, just
Tasteful.
like
It's a good transition.
We've done that. We did instrumental skits leading into in Venus. And I don't really want to call them skits because they're part of the artwork because they were poems. But they had, like keys and some instruments under them that accompanied them, so it wouldn't just be just his voice. Like that came from Lupe because they thought it was cool, the vibe at the beginning of the joint.
I always like those intros, like of his sister doing the poem. Like to me, that's just Lupe. That's just a Lupe album. So when he did it on the drill music in Zion, I'm like, yes, this sets the mood. I do like skits if they are intro because it does help set the mood of what you're gonna experience, like as an audio experience. Because it is a skit, so it is like an audio experience. Because sometimes people do just random shit. Eminem does like stupid prank calls and shit like that. So sometimes like, there's like the funny aspect of it, and sometimes like there's a more serious.
And then there's the sex kids.
Yes,
Where
I hate sex skits like on albums. They're terrible. What the? Like
you know what we're talking about?
Biggie?
That's what I
Biggie. Or you be,
I think Ludacris did that.
they're
It's
very
the royal penis clean, your highness.
Oh yeah.
I remember that shit.
But it was Luda. Luda can't get away with it.
But like the ones where they literally have this girl humming or doing
moaning.
like some
They're always
some
awkward.
throat goat sounds, and it's like Jesus,
Yeah,
I don't want to
this
hear
on
this.
audio.
Yeah,
What albums y'all be listening to?
Okay,
Ron Jeremy got a mixtape out.
Dr. Dre had 2 sex skits on The Chronic and The Chronic 2001.
Dr. Dre is with another patient. Either you can wait or reschedule.
Look, I understand all of that.
No,
but,
apparently you don't.
I'm a
understand.
working person, and
I'm working
just
too.
where is Dr. Dre?
Biggie, Fuck Me on
100%.
That's right.
Yeah.
V8 juice drinking, slim fast, blended, black greasy motherfucker.
Biggie, Big Pun, Taster Choice. Eminem had a King Kniff where it's a guy sucking someone off.
That guy, bro.
Yeah, like
and then one of a big great song that I like is Mac Miller and Kendrick Lamar. Fight the Feeling.
Fight the
And
Feeling.
then at the end of the song, it has like this long skit of this sex scene, and that shit just goes on forever, bro.
yeah, so like I hate when rappers put like those sex skits. Cause I'm like, I don't want to hear. Like, who wants to hear this?
I'm running on the whip, bumping this shit loud as fuck, and then the next thing that goes,
Hey, we should do a sex skit.
yeah, it's like you're in the stop.
Oh yeah.
Yo, shit.
Yeah, like,
But again,
do it in like a
again,
funny way. Like,
listen to our opinions and maybe find a way to make make a sex
Make
kid
it
like
interesting.
interesting.
Just to
Yeah.
make y'all proud. Like,
yeah, make
With
it
us, it'll be with
that's the
aliens.
sex shit I
I've
want.
decided.
Ooh, like an aliens. It'll be with aliens. Just type in like on the
Alien sex sounds.
Alien sex. That's the one. That's it. That's it. It's elevated lovers.
there you go.
That's
I always
great.
wanted to hook up with a purple chick. I'm cool with it.
Kimura.
A chick with 3 titties. That's the dream.
That is.
Puerto Rico.
I mean, if there's a way to make 4 look good, then why not? Sure. Maybe.
Let me
I only
insert
got
this
2
kind of
hands.
sign.
I only got 2 hands.
Like if we see it, I don't think we're ever gonna complain. Like she has 4 boobs.
You could really
Cool.
You could really
Like,
motivate them.
But imagine. Usually, girls have two breasts, and most of the time they're not even. So imagine 4, and they're like all uneven, all different sizes.
on you. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger was excited. I can't
You're just ready to be knocked out.
Yeah, he was. I'm serious. I don't think anybody would complain. Like, yo.
Yeah.
Get those titties
It was like Layla from Futurama. Like she's a psycho, but she was bad. Like nobody's complaining that you have a 3rd eyeball, man.
Yeah, nobody.
Or just one. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
You
What
cute.
were we talking about?
Alien.
Oh,
shit.
sex skits.
Skits.
Okay. I was like, how did we get here? I wonder what the backstory is for this cool ass bear.
They
don't
did do a
talk
play
about
on
the
words
island bear, though.
on a Hazy bear hug. It's a beer hug.
Beer hug.
6.8%.
That's a bar right
That's
there.
dope.
Yeah.
Points.
Have
for the
y'all
beer
tried
hug.
it? Shout out to the IPAs.
This one smells very good.
Usually IPAs have a citrusy taste, so this I taste the citrusy.
Yeah, it's super citrusy.
Longboard. It smells like the Kona longboard, yo. Which is probably my favorite IPA to date.
I like this.
It's good.
All right, we're gonna show y'all a video.
Yeah.
It's 3 of my favorite fucking things, nigga. Batman, Wu-Tang,
Oh, I was like, what are you looking at?
Biggie record.
Hell yeah.
And Mr. Miyagi.
I owe the banks a lot of money. But little do they know, I just learned about manifestation. Now I'm gonna get so much money, I don't need a job. Why?
I'm watching
I
the show.
can manifest.
This video
I don't
cracks me up, man.
need old gods anymore.
Bro, why does
I
it look
answer
like
to no
Josh
one.
with a ponytail?
Everything's mine, thanks to manifestation.
That was just a little intro. I just want to know how y'all feel, or if y'all are familiar with the concept of manifestation.
Yeah.
I even heard it in a song when one of y'all said like I manifested destiny that's in my shower or something like that. So I just want to know, y'all's opinions.
Because her name was Destiny.
Yeah.
Meditation's a hell of a power. Manifested all that destiny that's in my shower.
Yeah, manifestation, man.
But that's what I was saying. Like, you need more than just manifestation. Like, you got to
Put the work in.
you got to put some action to it.
Yeah, I mean,
You can't just say the shit.
I want
You
the
can say it
helmet.
and think it, write it down, but you also have to.
Yeah, of course.
do the work.
That was a joke. It's not that simple, but
Yeah.
I feel like it's very important because, like you said, you got to put in the work, but you also got to imagine, your finish line, like very vividly, very clearly, with thoughts, with visuals, and I feel like it's very important part of just becoming successful.
Yeah.
Like seeing you actually get there before you do.
Today's goals are tomorrow's successes.
Goals,
I think my favorite thing about manifestation, even like the word, right? It's like it kind of it sounds like manipulate to me, and it gives me.
And you like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it tells me that I can manipulate my goals, my future, my choices, my decisions.
You can
And,
mold
like,
yourself.
The manifestation part is like, we can all sit there and daydream, and I think that's kind of what they mean with like people like head in the clouds and shit like that. We can always daydream and think about what would be cool to do, but then when you sit down and you write it down, right? That's the manipulation beginning.
That's the first part.
It's like I wrote this down. This is real cool to do, and I wrote it down. But then I wrote it down as a goal. So now I'm putting, saying things behind it, and it gives you that. It's like a manuscript. You know what I'm saying?
And
It's
then
like,
once you put actual actual like little steps to get to there. Jeez,
Because now you know what to do.
it's over, dude. I really do. I'm a very firm believer of that. Maybe I didn't bring it in the best way or form, but I feel like, the fact that we got y'all here, the fact that we're doing this, it's all a product of something that was manifested a long time ago. Before I even could see myself into this platform, into this lane, man.
That's a beautiful
and yeah, it was just like little steps where you could see, like, man, I could do this, and not just that. Once you reach that little goal, like, you realize like the power that you really have, because then from there you just keep going, man.
Consistency.
How do y'all feel about classifying it as manifesting or manifestation instead of calling it like prayer for somebody who's more on the religious side?
Right.
It's just whatever flow, like whatever you're into, really. Like,
So almost like a form of meditation.
I was just about to say,
what I think
spiritual versus religion.
Yeah.
It's just whatever you're into.
I think I do a little everything at this point. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not as super religious as I grew up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm not super religious because I grew up in a super religious family. And it's just like,
We just had this.
fuck that shit.
That's a whole nother conversation.
It's not for me.
But I think
cool.
the similarities between those two is the coordination that you have to have
Right.
between
And
those same
the
words.
dedication.
Yeah.
I guess the dedication
Yeah,
part
because
of
it's the
it.
same thing with like, I guess with like praying, where like you just can't pray and then but not do the action, not do
Exactly.
the work.
Exactly.
You can't. I think some people kind of like do that, where they do kind of just pray to the God and just let their God do the work. But no, you as an individual have to be a part of it. You have to take accountability.
And that's the reason I brought it up, because I'm not very religious either.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say that I pray, but I know the people that do sit down or pray, however, in whatever form they're doing. It's a very healthy habit that
Absolutely.
that kind of builds. I don't know. But to me,
Right.
What the difference is, you put in that trust in your God instead of putting in the trust in the work that you could do yourself.
I think that's why meditation.
Right.
became
That's
so
exactly
big
what
for
I was
me.
going to say. Praying is a form of meditation.
Yeah.
Right.
But like meditation intentional as far as connecting with self. Because it's just like, all I'm doing is sitting in a quiet ass space for a very long time and breathing intentionally and literally just,
Focusing on that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's
Focusing
like,
on
when
self.
you give yourself the opportunity to actually let your body tell you how it feels.
Right.
And it takes a minute. You're gonna have to sit there for like an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Just just chilling. But like when you do it and your body responds to you, and you finally like, oh snaps, like this is whoa.
Peace.
Like there's
Like,
an aspect of awareness there that you know what I'm saying.
The peace and awareness.
And you don't even need you don't have to go to a church for that. You don't have to go like
exactly.
I was at home.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube
I
can
was
teach you
just
how
about
to
to say
meditate.
that YouTube this shit.
Google,
Netflix has some.
So I feel you on that. Like you don't, you know what I'm saying, to connect with self. And it's not to like, say religion ain't shit, but it's like, I think all of us in this room, which we're all pretty much around the same age, it's crazy because we meet a bunch of other people in our generation and it's exact same story. Yo, I'm more spiritual. Yo, I'm more in tune with self. Yo, like I got a stone on right now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, back in the day, my grandmother would be like, that's voodoo. Take it off.
That is true. Like,
the devil.
If you were to say, like, to tell your parents, like, I want to be more spiritual, even if you want to, like, just look up to the stars and, like, kind of, like, pray, kind of, like,
Evil.
yeah, just witchcraft.
And isn't it weird that every single natural tribe that you've ever heard about, Aboriginal tribe, be it Native Americans, tribes in Africa, tribes in Australia, tribes in everywhere, Asia, they all worship the shit that feeds us, man. The animals, the air, the wind, the corn, the fucking water.
It's corn.
The water.
I think a great movie that kind
beautiful.
of showcases that is the Avatar franchise. Yeah, they're not really praying to a god, but like
for
just
real.
everything that connects us together. The earth, the fuck.
It matters, man.
Yeah,
We wouldn't be here. It's feeding us every day. It's more connected. So I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah.
It's a lot more connected.
Appreciate your opinions on that. I think I'd just like to end it with just saying that from what I've learned over the years, it's just you literally could do what you want
Yeah.
if you set your mind to. If you set your mind to it, if you follow necessary steps to get there, like there's nothing that's out of your reach, man. And that's it.
That's perfect.
I would like to leave it at that. Cheers.
Perfect way to rebuttal that.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That was delicious.
All right, guys. Round 3. The beer that we got, it's by Rogue Brewing Company, a beer that Manny loves. But the beer is called Dead Guy Ale. It's a 6.8%, just like the last one we had. So this one's I'm very confused. This is a Maybach style ale. I have no idea what that is. Do you know what that is, Manny?
It's fancy. That's what it means.
So I think Bach is short for Maybach. So Shiner kind of situation. It's almost like that.
So it's like a more like a darker.
You like it? It's sweet. It's sweet to me.
Who's tried it?
I tried it.
It's not as bitter. It's sweet.
Thought you wasn't using the glass.
I'm doing it.
I'm in the can now.
I'm doing. Oh no,
2 cans.
I don't know. This one is.
Oh, you wanted to see the texture?
You
want to see the texture?
Yeah, right. The other two are like perfect. Pour.
See, look, like, put it up for the camera real quick. I want to see how it looks in the glass.
Ooh,
Because that looks like Shiner. That looks like the texture of Shiner.
It's got a little weird aftertaste.
That looks like.
Yeah, I don't know. Like to me, like the whole. It
No.
tastes. Weird.
It tastes really malt.
Like, it tastes
like malt.
Yeah,
Like real
and
thick.
See, I don't like
It
that.
tastes really malty.
I don't like malty stuff.
I could drink one, but not a whole 6-pack.
Yeah, it tastes real thick.
that tastes like OE right there, bro. That's OE. Fuck that.
He's Himothy.
Somebody put Old English in this motherfucker.
I want to say Old English was my very first beer alcohol that I ever consumed in life. I was like about 14, 15 years old drinking Old English.
Let's get into this. So we're drinking this Dead Guy Ale, right? So I think it's a perfect beer for this round because we just want to talk about
Dead guy.
men's mental health. Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. So yeah, I got
Q got morbid.
Don't worry, I'm getting there. I got a little joke for y'all. It's a suicide joke, by the way.
Oh, damn.
So 80% of suicides are committed by men, and women say it's because we're weak. Well, men and women attempt the same amount of suicides, but it seems to me like men just get the job done.
Because we're efficient.
Am I right?
You went Lamborghini on that shit.
Yeah.
Suicide.
And again, that was very stupid. That's not my joke. And the main point of this joke is to just talk about how men's mental health is like never taken seriously, how we always just joke about it, how we ignore it, and how it's just like a taboo thing to where like we're not supposed to talk about it. You know, as men, we're just supposed to just brush it off. You know, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. Mm-hmm. How do y'all feel about this?
It's because in today's society, we're seen as the gender who can't be weak because we have to provide.
Of course,
we have to have some type of status and to provide something for a service to even be in the arena for a woman to be attracted to us. And I would say like as far as the women go, like the ones who accept that male vulnerability is they see it as a strength, whereas society sees it as a weakness. We don't know that until we're in it and we're like, oh shit, like you want me to talk about my emotions, like this feels weird, but then you get used to it and then just like
you get comfortable. And
it is a strength. Like you that's how stuff works. Like that's how relationship works, whether it be a man and woman or friendship. That's how it works. Is communication and being vulnerable to say things that are on your mind, on your heart, whatever it may be.
Do y'all go to therapy?
Yes.
Yeah. Every time I'm in the studio, that's therapy.
No, it's probably for about a little over a year.
Okay.
Now, and not consistently. I probably do like monthly check-ins.
Yeah,
that's
great.
That's
more than most people. That's more than most people.
I find it's necessary for men. 100%.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go to therapy. Even if you don't think you need therapy, go to therapy.
Oh yeah.
How do you not need therapy?
I feel like a lot of people. I feel like everybody has their own trauma that they don't know until they start talking about their childhood and talking about their lives, and they'll slowly put pieces together, you know?
I have to, despite, right? Because you look at everything like a double-edged sword. So, you know, COVID, a lot of people passed. But COVID also created some incredible things because people realized, oh, we don't have to be face-to-face to do, like, you know, all of these very important things.
Yeah.
And so now there are therapists, like, just online at the drop of a dime for less than, like, $100 a month.
Right.
And it's like, what?
Oh, damn. I didn't know that.
Shout out to BetterHelp. Use code BDS.
Y'all need that.
So it's like, yeah, I think it's incredible for men to, and it's really dope that this generation, again, like we're kind of veering away from these very ironclad religions. We're veering away from these ironclad ideologies that, oh yeah, I'm a man, I'm supposed to, you know, like what the hell? Yeah, I want a facial with the cucumbers too. And then I'm gonna eat the cucumber.
For real.
With some tahini. Throw some tahini on it. Like,
but at the same time,
with your tears.
I didn't think you were gonna bring it home. You brought it home.
I think women
circle.
are yeah, right. I think women are like kind of in the same, or very much in the same boat. Cause it's like, I don't know how many women I can name that are just like, you know what I'm saying, single, successful, and they're just like, I just can't find no dude who just did the fucking work.
All right.
I don't need you to be wealthy. I don't need you to be like, I just need you to have your shit together.
Like an emotionally stable person.
Yeah. Just somebody who did the work. Like you mentioned before, like you don't know.
Until you talk about it.
Until you actually start thinking and talking about it, and then because once you start talking about it,
because you don't know what things like you that has stayed with you just off of a certain situation.
Exactly.
And it affects you later in life, and it just affects how you deal with people, how you say things, how you process things. So
like just certain little things, you're just like, like why do I do this a certain way? And then you kind of like think about it, like the very first time you did it, you're just like, I did it because of like this as a kid.
That's real.
Everybody has their trauma,
and that's how you heal. From digging and trying to find out where those things come from, where those triggers come from, so you could kind of silence those things, whether it be insecurities or things that just trigger you. So you can kind of silence those things by digging into yourself and trying to reconcile those things.
It's interesting too that we immediately went from, like, you know what I'm saying, it's men's mental health, but immediate, it's like men's mental health and relationships. It's relationships that bring out these, obvious relationships are what cause the trauma. We're not causing traumas to ourselves. So it's a relationship between like either a parent.
It doesn't have to be a relationship with like a girlfriend or a boyfriend, but it could be with your parent, your brother.
Well, what I'm saying is
even
like
friends,
even a relationship, even some trauma that occurred like when we were kids, like with our parents. Like if our parents had a lack of something, if we didn't get enough attention, if we didn't get enough love, if we didn't get enough home,
It shapes.
It's going to manifest itself by itself insidiously, because again, you don't know. It's going to show up in your relationships. Romantic.
And then if we don't acknowledge it, you know, we're not self-conscious of the fact, then you're taking that same
self-sabotage.
You're taking those same patterns and those same traumas onto the next generation. And it's fucking wild, man. Because I feel like now we're in an age where it's more openly to talk about this. And it's still kind of weird, man, because maybe we are very open people to talk about this situation, but like there's many cases where like a guy can't really open up to his friends about how he's feeling or his family
or like coworkers. I know some coworkers who don't talk about stuff like that, and like you could kind of tell like how they act just at work, where like
passive aggressive.
But it's not as easy as it sounds. Like you should just talk to people. But a lot of times it's those insecurities that hold you back from really opening up. Or the pride, to me, in my own personal opinion, there's a lot of pride, or
ego, and just being like,
I believe I could do everything myself. Like I don't need no help. I'll just be okay. And that's the wrong way to look at things.
And with pride, it's that feeling of being a burden to somebody else. So I don't want to tell you my problems because you might be going through something. Right. So I just rather, as men, we keep it to ourselves because we have to do for ourselves.
When we keep it to ourselves, but sometimes I know that there's also like men who won't speak on things, but would want to hear other people's like, you know, like they want to
we
hear
wanna be
other
fixers.
people's
Something relatable.
Naturally, we want to fix everything.
Yep.
It's just a thing.
That's very true, dude.
We want to fix shit.
Yeah.
When we're in
And to be a
relationships,
service.
it's always
Yep.
like, hey,
Yeah,
like, oh, what can I
let's
do?
fix-
What can I
yeah,
do
let's
for
fix
you?
And
this.
like, she's like, yo, just fucking listen.
Oh yeah.
And we're just like, but you could have did this, and you should have. Nah, dog.
I was just thinking about that
Fucking
same.
shut up and
that,
listen.
that same. that same point.
You don't want
And it's less work.
Females don't want you to fix their problems. They just want you to listen. It's weird.
It-
But when you have so many, like they tell you a problem, they're
It's
like,
both, actually.
"Hey, there's a simplest solution.
Why do we have that mentality?
because we have to
Why
provide.
are we always?
yeah, yeah. I feel like that's like
caveman days.
Yeah, it's
like
like
it's
a-
just in our
the time.
DNA to provide a service to
and fix things.
Peer pressure
not,
from
not
dead
only
people.
not only our significant other, but just people in general.
It's peer pressure from dead people.
Dead guys.
Yeah,
Dead guys.
guys.
yeah, you right. That's
It's peer pressure from dead guys.
Dead guys.
To live up.
Legitimately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shout out to the brand too. They'll go see this. So I want y'all to tag them in this. Yo, boys get sad too. It's a brand.
I never even saw that.
That's fire.
I'm glad you said that.
That's fire.
That's fire.
Because
we do.
like it's they get it.
Yeah.
And when we get to that point of like, yo, it's okay. We can feel, we can cry, we can shed tears and blah blah.
Cry, my
and we
nigga.
can also go out and provide and do all these things.
Here's my last thing, because like there's so many of us that our minds just go crazy and your insecurities and your everything won't let you get past a certain hump, man. So it really is important to like take a look within to see what you could do to fix it, because once you do that, like
Facts.
the world opens up and you could legit be your own full version of yourself and do great things and
And then that's when you're ready to manifest and take over the world.
Ready to do it,
manifest,
right?
ready
manifest
to-
greatness.
You don't feel that weight no more, man.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
All right. So
Oh, y'all
round-
getting into it?
All right.
Bro,
Look,
I kind of want to try some of that.
round 4. It's a double berry sour ale. 8%. It's a Martin House Company brewed out in Fort Worth, Texas. So it's a Texas beer we're about to have. And it's a sour beer, so I don't know if y'all ever had sour beers before.
That's what up. So it's like this is
So
Boys.
Oh, look at that color. That color.
Damn.
There's a big difference in color from all the other ones.
okay, this is so good.
Is it sour?
Yo, my shit.
it's hitting
It's his.
This is a sour ale with blueberries and blackberries. And this is this is good.
this is
Compared to
fire.
that Rogue, oh my god, this is like way better than that Rogue.
Damn.
So this is what I mean. It's like it feels like it tastes like a cider, but it feels like a beer. It feels like a little bit of a brew.
Whatever you're talking about earlier about the ones you like, I was like,
good.
you probably like this one, dude.
Yeah, like this is a good sour
Sour
ale.
beers
I
are
like
my
this
favorite. It's a
I can't
flavor.
wait for this one.
For me, sours are hit and miss.
Yeah.
So like I've had some really good ones and I've had some
Had
like
some
not
not
some
so.
good ones. So like
really?
it's always so I picked this one. I was like, this sounds really good. I like the brand. Blueberries, blackberries, kind of simple. I really like this one. This one tastes really, really
It's
good.
Martin House, Fort Worth, Texas.
And it's 8%.
It's one that we've had many
8%.
times.
That's,
Cool.
that's probably the best beer y'all have ever had on any of the
Cool.
shows.
Oh, really? Oh, you like it that much?
It is.
You want some more?
You cracking
is so
case of
good.
these,
I don't want you
bro.
to miss out, man.
No, I'm good enough.
Welcome to the sour beer world, man. Once you're in it, however you feel about it right now, it'll come back to you. It'll hunt you. You'll be like, "What is this? I'm gonna try another sour." And before you know it, you're gonna fucking love them.
I got a question for y'all.
Yeah.
This shit giving me heartburn.
Y'all ready?
You know what?
Delicious, man.
This one tastes like putting your tongue on a 9-volt battery.
All right, round 4. So this round we want to talk about sex work or sex workers.
Oh man.
And
Okay.
quick question: would y'all pay for sex, whether it's legal or illegal? Would y'all pay for it?
Yeah.
What about you, man?
No.
Okay, since you said no, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I?
It's a look down upon. Because
No, I
it
don't,
is.
I'm not.
It is
I'm not,
because you said
I'm
no.
not
You
looking
said
down
no.
upon it. I can't look down upon it at all because like you know what I'm saying, we're all adults, so we can technically sell whatever we want to sell. If that's cooch or peen, whatever. Sell it.
Don't forget about the toes.
That's like, you know, and mind you, like, and like, I obviously, like, I think, like, a lot of people, like, you know what I'm saying? Because even if it's not, like, somebody in person, like, if you've ever purchased a porn, my dude, you're investing
somebody's OnlyFans.
selling it. Right, you know, somebody's OnlyFans is sort of the same way. So you can't be like, oh, just because... you know, I invest in OnlyFans, not prostitutes.
Yeah, that's why I only said
proper,
yes because I'm not against it. You
I'm
know,
a
but
proper
I don't
John.
have to go out there and pay for it.
Have you ever been to a strip club though?
Yeah, a girl I dated before ended up on OnlyFans. I checked her OnlyFans out because I didn't believe her.
So you
but
pay
she's
for
a
it.
legit porn star now.
But you pay for it. How did you check her out?
Twitter.
A demo?
Yeah, demo.
Twitter.
Demo tape.
Yeah, Twitter's not bad.
It was Twitter.
Twitter's
I'm not gonna hold
crazy.
you. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Twitter's
like
wild for porn.
legitimately, Twitter just happened to have her videos available if you just typed her name in. And I was like, this is weird, but also you were not kidding. You were legitimately in the industry.
I want to check it out.
Offline.
I like to support small businesses.
Offline.
Why
no, I don't
haven't you
look
been
down.
to a strip club?
Why haven't I been?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's a waste of money.
I agree.
But not only that, I feel like I have to
agree.
have the right amount of money to walk in there. So if I had the right amount of money, I would go.
Sometimes,
I mean, yo,
But it's almost
I haven't personally.
I've had a good time in it. Yeah,
But it's almost,
you could go to Paradise
but it's
for
like, it's,
yeah,
in the
perfect
Vegas
10. Boom.
Yeah.
Had a good time in perfect 10 for $60.
Hell yeah.
Great.
I've never been in the position
I was in there for
to
about
go.
2-3 hours. I don't really feel like there's a reason to stay in a strip club for longer than 2-3 hours. But
But
hey,
you're still
if
dedicated
you're
to
having
go
a party,
spend money there to
Yeah,
see
cool.
that specific content.
Well, yeah, not even money. Yeah.
To
like,
me, it's
look,
you
Yeah.
just go on the internet and look at it
exactly.
if you want to.
Well, I mean, that's the same
You
thing.
go with
But
the
then
food?
again, that's the same
But then
thing with
again,
OnlyFans.
they do have good food.
But then again, with a strip club, it's like
steaks,
it's
though.
there. It's there in front of you.
Well, to give OnlyFans
stank
a
on the screen and
caveat.
stank in your face is different.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like
To give OnlyFans a caveat,
I
like
get that.
it's not supposed to be exploited that way. Like as a
Nah, they're
celebrity
saying-
or something
they're
like that.
saying they're coochie.
No, yeah, it's exploited that way. That's what I'm saying.
they're selling their coochie.
If you're like Chris Brown or
It
some
just-
shit, you make an
No,
OnlyFans.
I
like
had one of my boys from the military.
In another
He did
sense, you're like,
OnlyFans.
oh, you're gonna take a step into the studio with me.
What about your
Yeah.
boy from the military?
Yo, he told me.
Is he
He's like,
is he
"No."
out there like selling dick or what?
Nah.
Oh.
He just doing helicopters and getting paid for it, basically.
No shit.
Oh.
He does the helicopter?
He basically gets paid. He was like,
do the
hey,
helicopter?
I got
wish
an
I could do
extra
that. I would stop
500 this
rapping.
month from OnlyFans. And I was like, yo,
Nah, I would rap my verses
Are
and
you
do the
serious?
helicopter.
Just use the mic as your helicopter?
I'm not, you know. So I can't knock it. I can't look down on
They look
anybody
like
who
Chris
decides
Pontius
to
and shit.
pay for it in whatever way they decide to pay for it. Because, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, at the end of the day, there are always going to be people willing to sell sex.
Yep.
It is one of the
Period.
oldest professions in the world.
Yeah.
You know,
And not
selling your
everybody
body.
is the same.
Since
Whether you
Jesus.
disagree or not,
Yeah.
people are
Yo,
going to be willing.
There is a business structure to like selling yourself.
How would y'all feel like if it were to become regulated and like legal and became more,
We'd catch up with the rest of the world.
yeah, like you know, like it became more safe for the women, for the men,
We catch
and
up to
taxed. You know,
Amsterdam.
like we're like it is like it wouldn't be frowned upon. You know, like it just your normal day. Like hey, like
It shouldn't be frowned upon today.
it shouldn't. Like you know, like
Because
The only reason
it
it
is
is
frowned
is
upon.
because the government can't capitalize off.
Like, you know,
I think part of the conversation was also like he was saying like the importance of making it legal because sex work is going to be happening whether we like it or not. It's been like he said, it's the longest profession ever. But nowadays, the way it is, a lot of people are getting taken advantage.
Yep.
You know, there's sex trafficking where they're taking people, stealing people off their families, and putting them in a place where they have to be legit like sex slaves. You know, do stuff without their will. And you know, if it really fully became like a regulated and like a legit business, there's a lot of those stuff that could be avoided.
that's real. And like, I want to get away from legalizing it and creating safe spaces
I think that's the most
for
important
that.
thing.
Gets rid of dudes like, and I'm sorry if y'all follow the dude, but that dude Tate that just got locked up.
Andrew Tate.
Dog.
Oh yeah.
He just went to jail for like human trafficking and like, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff, dude. And it's the manipulation aspect of the industry like that is just horrible. But I mean, we even see that in just normal Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? Just normal Hollywood.
Oh yeah.
So it's like everything is all coveted and secret, and you know what I'm saying? Nah, man, it needs to be a safe space.
Wouldn't it be better to do it regulated than to just be out there on the street?
Or like the
walking?
women or men have like, you know, like they're okay saying yes, like I would like provide this service instead of like being forced.
You could even have like health benefits and insurance.
Yeah,
And-
like
and
what?
what?
Like they're
A 401k on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
I'm in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, she's talking about porn.
Really?
For example, like what's the difference like from becoming a sex worker looked down upon, but then you put it on video like right now and it's okay.
Right? That makes no sense.
Because capitalism.
Yeah.
Exactly. They can't capitalize off it because think about
Because
it.
they got taxes off of it.
Cigarettes are completely legal. We know that shit can kill us. We
Cigarettes
know.
are bad.
We know.
smoke weed.
But weed is illegal because
Every
why?
day.
Because they can't capitalize it. Because it's not made from
The funerals are not
White
getting
people.
paid from it.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But going back to it, no, I wouldn't purchase sex like from like a person. Like, you know what I'm saying?
What about a website?
Would I watch some shit?
Yeah.
I might watch some shit.
What about a website?
Yeah, like I might
Where
watch.
Would you subscribe to a website?
I don't know. This is my way of defending it.
I don't know if I would subscribe, but like, you know, I might buy like a one-off video. You know?
A monthly thing.
That's stupid.
You better open that incognito Google search.
I wouldn't subscribe to anybody's OnlyFans because I could find it for free on the internet. Like easy, like unless
Find it for free.
I can't
in
see
real
my.
life.
I can't
Exactly.
Or you could go and get some.
Exactly.
Or you could go and legit pay to just get laid, you know? And it might be a little weird and whatnot, but my way of defending it is like I feel like a lot of people with money do that.
Because
Like-
isn't it the same thing? Like if you're taking somebody out on a date, you're paying for shit anyway.
Exactly. Why
To
am I
get to the ultimate goal to smash. So it's like some people just
perfect?
Expedite that shit.
cut out the middleman.
And then sometimes you might
out the
We gonna-
three-course meal.
We gonna FedEx overnight that bitch.
Look, sometimes you're gonna take a shorty out. You're gonna do all that, spend
She
some money.
ordered 2 drinks. It's about to go down.
I'm fucking
And it's look, and it's still a maybe. It's still like
exactly.
she can still say no if she
go
doesn't want
straight
to.
to it.
And then
I
you're
can
gonna
just
be
pay
mad.
for it. Save me the
jacking off
trouble.
You're just jacking off, crying, and being mad. Like you don't
Not the
want that.
crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want
Cause
that.
now you broke and you still didn't get no ass. So like, yo, hell
Exactly.
no.
So sometimes people do that. Just go
First date,
straight to
we're
it.
walking through a museum. If you
Go to
don't
the
like
zoo.
me, you're not getting dinner. Fuck that. You're
And
not
then you
getting
can legit
dick.
like imagine they put it on a nap and you just scroll through the girl. You're like, ooh, that girl, that girl is bad. I want her.
There is an app for that.
Which
There's
one?
an app for anything.
There is. Yo, I
Wait, what'd you
swear to
describe?
God. Wait, no.
Wait, which one?
I'm gonna think of the name.
What did you say?
I didn't say anything.
What was the app?
Yeah, I want to find out.
I'm trying. Hold on.
Oh, an app for what?
For hooking up.
Oh, for hooking up.
Like legitimately, yo.
Plenty of those.
Pull that shit up, dog.
Blackpeoplemeet.com.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't go on that one.
that could work for me.
What's the Christian one?
Christian Mingle.
Christian Mingle. Oh, they got the farmers. I forgot what it is.
Farmers only.
It's
Farmers meat.
farmersmeat.com.
Yo,
They got something for everything, man.
They advertise this on Facebook. DTF.
Oh, wow.
Oh, DTF.
There's an app called DTF. Legitimately.
We finished all 4 beers.
We did.
Y'all got a favorite one?
Shout out to the beers. It's got to be the hazy and the sour for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the hazy.
The Bears
sour.
won
The
today.
hazy.
The Bears won today.
It was too sour. The bear was too sour. The double berry was too sour.
You,
Oh, no.
you are a weak man.
no such thing.
You're a weak
no
man.
such thing.
It's the 9-volt battery.
Yeah, I'm
for
not
me,
gonna lie.
dog.
Yeah, the hazy IPA was fire.
It's good. It's just
very
like,
smooth,
it just
very
hits you.
flavorful, very just everything. And then the sour, fire.
The bottom of the totem pole for y'all was Dead Guy.
For me, yes.
That guy,
Yeah, I could not get through that one.
That was my favorite one.
Nah, I don't like the
Oh,
Rogue.
no, the Sour
the
one was my
Rogue.
favorite
Yeah,
one.
I don't like that one.
Sour is probably my favorite one.
Find
yeah.
MC² everywhere online.
Yeah,
Hey.
just type in MC². You can find them.
An Elevated EP, definitely April 20th.
420.
420, baby.
Everybody getting hot.
Yeah. I'm too high, never need a weed session, but I still want smoke, but nah, don't need weapons. I drew breeze easily, you might need a second. Windbreak, consider this your only free lesson.